Ladies and gentlemen, today let's talk about a rather unsavory breed of characters that have found their niche in the digital age, the Scamfluencers. Now, what's a Scamfluencer, you ask? Well, it's the unholy fusion of influencer, a term tossed around like confetti at a New Year's Eve party, and folks who are usually peddling the latest cryptocurrency or NFT. If the acronym NFT doesn't ring a bell, consider yourself fortunate. You've dodged a bullet in this era of scams and digital charlatans. These Scamfluencers sneak into the scene disguised as trainers, gurus, market wizards, or even plain vendors. They adopt a cult-like mentality, dressing alike and speaking in eerie unison. Their followers often seem zombified, following their every word as gospel. Now, they've always been around, but lately, we've witnessed a surge in their ranks. They're armed with slick marketing campaigns that target their personas and employ weak AI-generated messages. It's like they've taken a page out of Hollywood's playbook, with movies like The Wolf of Wall Street and Catch Me If You Can, romanticizing their kind. Success, they say, requires following XYZ and is only measured by exotic leased or rented cars, huge leased mansions, and plastic women. Everyone and their cousin seem to have a formula for success these days. Most of these sales gurus love to quote Alec Baldwin's famous Glengarry Glen Ross speech about ABC, always be closing, and all that jazz. But let's get real, folks. It's a movie, it's for entertainment, not for real-life guidance. It might stir some emotions, but it's not gospel. Drinking a Red Bull won't replace a proper meal, just like NASA won't train engineers using Armageddon. Can you imagine that? Steak knives has become such a worn-out cliché that it's lost its humor? Sure, I've used these quotes too, but it's all in good fun. It's not like NASCAR and F1 are schooling their drivers with the Fast and the Furious. Recently, I heard some of these folks are even assessing salespeople's success based on their looks or physical condition and fitness. Can we please put an end to that nonsense? Now, let me tell you, I come from the automotive industry, and I've been around some incredibly successful people. If we applied all these superficial notions of how successful people should look or behave, none of our current success stories would fit the mold, and they'd be failing. But that's not the case. You don't need to pile up books, work yourself to the bone, hit the gym daily, stay motivated 24/7, or undergo daily brainwashing to achieve success. You do all that because you're successful, not the other way around. I know plenty of people who couldn't care less about these so-called rules, and they're thriving just fine. An apple tree doesn't bear fruit to become an apple tree. It's an apple tree because that's what it is. So, does this mean you can be a lousy person in life and still succeed? Well, just take a look at many politicians and celebrities out there. Many of them are some of the worst human beings you can imagine, and yet, they have their version of success. We do the right thing because it's the right thing, not because we expect a reward. That's where these Scamfluencers miss the mark. They want to tick all the success boxes because their only goal is making bank and achieving their twisted notion of success, not because it's the right thing to do. They'll do anything to succeed, even resort to illegal activities. Now, how can you spot a Scamfluencer? They're usually the ones who are overly hyped and jumping on the latest trends. Google their name with criminal or scam next to it. Many of them use their shady past as a stepping stone, but be cautious of their redemption stories, if they're the source. Ask others in the industry. They might still be scamming people as we speak. I'm not saying that having a criminal record disqualifies anyone, but if they're up to their old tricks, you need to be vigilant. I can already hear some of these Scamfluencers calling me a hater or accusing me of being envious. That's the usual response when they get called out. But I'm tired of these folks making noise, scamming countless people, and then moving on to a new industry. It's a rinse and repeat cycle. Poison the well, then vanish under a rock with pockets full of cash or resurface in another sector to start their scam all over again. Here's the bottom line, my friends. Read books, seek training, and if you want to shed a few pounds, go ahead and do it. I know I need to hit the gym myself. But do it because it's the right thing for you, not because someone told you it's the secret to success. Let's do the right and ethical thing because it's right and ethical. That's all the guidance we need on this wild journey called life. Cheers to doing it right.